break into this net at any time. Be advised that this is a directed net. Please do not transmit unless net control asks you to do so. And please end your transmissions with your call sign. Be advised this net meets every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. That's 1900 hours on the 14720. And the purpose of this net is to provide training, education, and information regarding ARES races. This net is also part of the National Traffic System and is for NTS traffic. At this time, I'm looking for a volunteer for a backup to net control. Please advise.
KB3KYH, volunteers for backup, over.
Thank you very much for that. Please maintain a log while you're doing that, sir. Stations with traffic and traffic only to list. Call your call sign is here, call sign and the word traffic. Your traffic will be listed after you are acknowledged. Stations with traffic call KD9HJJ. Hearing none, we will move on. Are there any stations with announcements dealing with ARES races? Please call net control KD9HJJ. Hearing none, we will move on. Are there any stations that are short time? Those that can only stay for a few minutes or so. Please call net control KD9HJJ short time. And we move on again. Are there any stations that are checking in and out? In and out. Please call net control KD9HJJ. Hearing none, we will move on. I will now take check-ins. Please give me your call sign, listen, and then give your call sign to avoid doubling. And please take it slow and phonetics, please. This is KD9HJJ, regular check-ins.
KD9HJJ, this is KD9WLM, Kilo Delta 9, Whiskey Lima Mike, checking in.
KD9HJJ. This is N8KQS.
KD9HJJ. Whiskey 9, Golf, Romeo, Bravo, Todd, Northeast Green Bay.
KD9HJJ. This is Kilo Delta 9, Victor, Tango, Quebec, Sam, east side of Green Bay.
KD9HJJ. Kilo 6, Kilo, Tango, X-Ray, and Sturgeon Bay.
Net control for the Tuesday ARES net. Any other units wishing to call in, please do so. This is KD9HJJ. Control.
KD9HJJ. KD9HJJ, this is Kilo November 9, Sierra Alpha Mike, KN9SAM, East Green Bay.
At this time, we will conduct our net, and basically what we do is we reserve the Tuesday net that's prior to the Thursday ARES meeting for information about ARES and our meetings. And what we're actually looking for is inviting you to attend our meetings and look at ARES and see if it's something you'd like to be involved in. Obviously, this is for our non-ARES people, but here we go. Well, first thing I want to announce, or we talked about, and our participant Bill in the last net, we went over the new preamble. And basically, preamble is we consider this a little more professional. And not only the training we give, but operating the net and participating in the net is part of the training. So when we're involved in messaging and things of that nature, if we're activated or working for a served agency, this comes to be second nature to us. So it's important that we start out with the preamble and know exactly what we're doing. Break? Kind of preaching to the choir here, so I'm going to go not really address the ARES because we know what it's all about, but I encourage anybody that's listening and not participating to understand that ARES is a program of ARRL, and we provide our served agencies with emergency communications. Let's go over the agenda. This is what we go over, and this is what we look at when we have our meetings every month, and obviously it changes. One interesting thing is that we typically have our meetings at the Brown County Emergency Operations Center. What we're attempting to do now is because we serve KEWAUNEE County as well and other agencies, and we're obtaining trying to develop a relationship with these other agencies, fire, sheriff, police, law enforcement, medical. And we'd like to have our meetings at other facilities, take a tour, have a speaker, and set up our meetings at other facilities so we get to know our people better that we're serving, and also they get to know us. Break? So this Thursday we're going to be addressing, well, we have our guests that usually check in. We have our ARES people that show up. We also have Zoom that's provided. And what we do, too, is we have the Brown County Emergency Coordinator and Manager will give address us and give us some information, what's necessary. KEWAUNEE County as well. We're also welcoming Dan on board, Dan Lentz, and he's with ARES. And he is the position of Assistant Section Coordinator for the East Central Division, so we'll be welcoming him. Then I give a report. My NECs, which are the Assistant Emergency Coordinators, give a report. And we're going to have Sam, too, is going to be discussing the 214 forms, how to fill them out, and how we can be ready or have knowledge of what we need to do during communication situations. And then one of the goals too is we're going to be involved in this SETS, and that's simulated emergency training. And we want to have more of those, and then also set up a field operation. So there's a lot we do, and there's a lot we learn, and that's why we're looking for people to participate. Is there anybody else that wishes to check in at the net? Please advise net control at this moment.
This is the K9GB repeater.
Hey, hearing none, let's just go down the list here, and I would like to just anybody that would want to talk about ARES, let's keep it brief, and their involvement in it, and how they relate to it, and how they feel about working with ARES. Kilo 9 WLM.
Delta 9 Whiskey Lima Mike, and I'm pretty new at this, so I'm just exploring and hanging out and learning what you guys are doing and seeing where I might fit in. I'm hoping that either I'll get a Zoom link for the Thursday meeting, or it's the same Zoom account that we use for the monthly meeting, so I can join in, because it's a long cold walk from the hood out there. KD9WLM, back to net.
Thank you for your comments. Be advised, too, before we end, I will give you my email phonetically. And then please, if you'd forward your interest and stuff, and then I can send you information, and we certainly welcome you aboard. Any KQS, do you have anything you'd like to add to our training or our that tonight. Second request, November 8th, Kilo Queen Sierra. Okay, let's move on to Todd at W9GRB.
Thank you, sir. I enjoy ARES because it lets me kind of use some of my skills to give back to the community in a bunch of different ways. So that be that radio communications or just anything, computer networking, etc. So I think being a communicator is a quite wide-ranging source of options, and we have a lot of options available to help our CERT agency. W9GRB, back to net control.
John, I appreciate that. And my gosh, I forgot my backup, Bill. KB3KYH, go ahead, please.
89HJJ, KB3KYH. Oh, I just enjoy the ability to help out, as Todd said. I also enjoy the enjoyment of getting together with other amateurs that are like-minded and making some progress. Back to net, KB3KYH.
That's a really good point, Bill, too, especially when you get to our meetings and everything else. It's not real regimented and everything, but we want to train, and we do try to maintain a little bit of organization, if you will. But we do like to socialize, and I think it's really good exchanging information and our past experiences, our past training, and also developing, our systems that might be needed in the event of an emergency or disaster. And everybody is an expert in a certain area, seriously, and I think that's great because you have people that will mentor you and elmer you and help you out if you have any questions or concerns. Okay, let's move on to KD9BTQ.
Thanks, Dave. I'm involved with this for the same reasons as Todd, to take things that I already know and am good at and expand on those, become a better communicator, a better operator, and community, and also get to have camaraderie and socialize with some wonderful people that share the same mindset. Back to you, Net Control, KD9VTQ.
Sam, okay, now we're going to move to is it Kilo 6 Kilo Tango X-ray.
KD9HJJ in the net. I look forward to working with the new Door County Emergency Manager and expanding the reach and depth of our Door County program. Back to net control, KD9HJJ, KK6KTX.
Thank you very much, Ann. I appreciate that. Now, Sam, KN Kilo November 9 SAM. KN9 SAM, Sam. Okay, let's go back to Dave. N8KQS, are you on the air?
KD9HJJ, N8KQS. Sorry I wasn't here when you called. I was on the phone to my brother-in-law down in Texas, talking about how the people down there feel about the Packer game. So, so that's the way it goes down there. It's cold down there as well, by the way, compared to what they normally have. Thermal high is 55, you're down to the 30s down there, which I didn't feel too bad for them. But anyway, was there a question, over?
You're just looking for any feedback. Why are you involved in ARES, and what does it mean to you?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm involved with ARES because I think there's definitely, I've seen times when there's been needs. I've been, like I was over in Michigan, and there were a couple of times where ARES group was called out, and to help emergency management, provide some information that they would have had otherwise, because he wanted some eyes on the river as it was rising down there, and so we didn't have anybody else to turn to, but we were available, so we received a accommodation from them because we were able to help them with that, and the river started backing up with ice flows. So that was good. We were able to help our community, and it was just a good feeling. And I think that's why I stay with it, is because there's events here too that we can help out and help our community as well. Whether it's walks, runs, or whatever the case may be, it's still a community service. Okay, Dave, back to you. NAKQS, back to KD9HJJ.
Dave, thank you very much. You mentioned Texas. I saw an article today that they're asking people, households, not to use appliances because of the problems they're having with their the cold weather and their electrical systems. They said don't use, dishwashers, clothes washers, blah, blah, blah. And I found that interesting because I know they had issues down there a couple of years ago, and you think that they would have, rectified that or worked on their system with the electrical system, but that's the way it goes. Hey, let's try Sam again. KN9SEM. Sam? Okay, Sam is a busy guy now with his new job, so let's move on. What I'm going to do now, if K9WLM, are you ready to copy my email?
One moment.
And while we're waiting for that that gentleman, again, I think this is a great way to introduce people to ARES. I wish we had a few more non-ARES folks on the air for our recruitment efforts. But the good thing about this is just word of mouth. We can pass this on. We have our CQ Tuesdays. It's a good time to talk about this. Club meetings, we do that now. And so just let everybody know what we're doing, and we're looking for folks.
ARES Net, are you guys there? Me pushing buttons again.
This is the K9GB repeater.
Unit calling, this is the net. Please say again.
KD9WLM pushed the wrong button again and had to get back to you. I'm ready for your email when you're ready to give it.
Right, so it's D. Ziesmer, and I'll get this phonetically, at wi.rr.com. Okay, so here we go. Delta, Zulu, India, Echo, Sierra, Mike, Echo, Romeo, at Whiskey, India, dot, Romeo, dot, com. C-O-M. You copy? You want to repeat?
Negative. I copy. I have it. And I have a subject of ARES coming from my email. Anything else you need for me to put in there?
Negative. We'll get you on the list, and we will. You'll just be part of our mailing list. You get all the information. So, and then we can communicate and get you up to one of our meetings. Over.
Thank you, Dave. I believe I am on your mailing list, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to check. So let me know. I will jet you off my email address right now.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is one last check. Anybody else wishing to check in to the Tuesday ARES Net, please do so at this time.
Net control. Whiskey 9 Juliet Echo, Ed, Sturgeon Bay, Door County, no traffic. Good evening, sir. In and out, supper time.
Okay, copy that. Thank you. And one last call. Anybody else wishing to check into the net, please do so. This is KD9HJJ. thank everybody for the participation in the Brown Kewaunee County ARES Net. And thanks goes to the Green Bay Mike and Key Club for the use of the repeater. And I'm now closing the net at 1920 hours. This is KD9HJJ out.
KD9VTQ calling KD9HJJ. Are you still there, Dave?
KD9MIL Appleton, long-time listener, first-time caller. Long-time listener, first-time caller, KD9, YJH, KD9MIL. How's it going tonight, Dan? Oh, YJH, give me a second to pop open the ad here, and I'll plug in your call sign, and then I can remember the last time we QSO'd. Oh, it's been a week or two. I got it copied wrong here. Sorry, what's your call sign again? Kilo Delta Niner, Yankee Juliet Hotel. I must have brushed my jog button.
You'll get that sometimes.
My bad, Craig. I'm guessing you didn't copy that last one I chucked out.
Negative.
Hey, well, long story short, yeah, it's been about a month, almost 2 months, I guess.
Yeah, that's because I usually sandbag. I'll sit and listen, keep my mouth shut. That's just how I roll.
Yeah, and I, kind of like, rolling a rag, too.
Yeah, I do too every now and then. I'm used to being alone, just being a cat, so not usually very talkative. Sometimes the mood strikes me.
Right now, my XYL and probably both of the cats are up in the living room watching whatever it is that's on right now. I don't know if it's Green Acres or Gomer Pyle or, what it is, but, chances are that's what she's watching now, and when she hooks it back into the bedroom, the cats will follow her in.
This is the K9GB repeater.
Of course, they don't sleep on her side of the bed. They wait till I get in and then figure out where they want to be to keep warm and not get rolled over on.
You must be the warmer one of the two of yous.
Well, yeah, that's one of her biggest complaints about me is I'm a furnace.
Yeah, me too. I am a personal space heater myself.
Well, whatever you're, sleeping on ain't so bad when you get a chance to, set it to your body temperature and go from there.
Right? Yeah, well, I like to keep the room warm. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm hypothyroid, so I'm always cold. So go figure why I'm such a flamethrower when it comes to being a personal space heater. But yeah, I'm always cold. I'm always freezing myself personally. But everybody says that I've got a very, very warm body.
I'm fine with my core and my legs and, my arms, and mostly my feet unless I do something stupid with them. But, where I got the problem is up in my hands, and, they get cold easy, and it's hard to get the chill out of them. And the only thing I can think of that I ever did to them, maybe I didn't break any bones, but maybe I messed up some blood vessels. Had a car accident back in 1979, and apparently, I rolled the steering wheel, the circle. I rolled down, towards the front of the car and into the steering column on the impact of the accident. And, even though I didn't break any bones in my hand, I broke my elbow, my pelvis in 2 places, and my left foot.
Well, that ain't no good. Sounds pretty painful. I broke my hip racing motocross when I was younger, and did the surgery to fix it and everything, and then a couple of years later, when they went to go take the pins out, they did more damage taking the pins out, and then the doctor took me off of crutches too early, and I ended up re-breaking the bone in a different spot. So yeah, now my left leg is about an inch shorter than my right leg, and it really it throws the back out of whack. But now I'm suffering from arthritis in both the hip and the back, and it's not fun.
Yeah, I heard that. My ex-YL's got some of that going on, not the arthritis, but she had knee replacement surgery about a little over 3 years ago, and then they took a tumor out of her spinal cord back in the end of 2021, and they just figured out she's got I forget what they call it, but inflammation of the plantar tendon or ligament in the foot. So, we'll see how that all shakes out.
Yeah, that ain't no good either. Well, hey there, Dan. I'm gonna let you go here. I'm at my destination. I gotta run inside here real quick. I'll probably be back out in a few minutes and heading home. So maybe I'll catch you back on. KD9MIL, KD9OYJH, give you a 73, and maybe I'll see you back here in a few minutes.
All right, Craig. Well, I'll stick around for a while. I got nowhere to go and no time to be there, so maybe I'll catch you later tonight, or maybe I'll catch you some other time. Either way, 73, KD9YJH, KD9MIL.
This is the K9GB repeater. That membership is our new. It can be created by PayPal on the club website of K9EAM.org or by mail to the treasurer. The address is on the website. If you are a member user of our reader, please consider supporting the upkeep of the repeater by joining the club. Thank you. I know.
the oven for supper tonight. So that I can heat the apartment a little bit more. The electric heating in this apartment just isn't cutting it. Yeah, I remember those days when I had a apartment like that. That was always fun times. I don't have a problem at home. Although my ham shack, or my two-wheel camper, or however you want to put it, I got 3 space heaters running, and a hair dryer, and I got my furnace running too. Actually, I went out and got 2 bottles of propane to get through this cold snap. I'm glad I did, because I don't think the space heaters would be keeping up. Yeah, I hear that. Anyway, the reason I was asking is because I missed a good chunk of the net, and I was hoping I could catch the net from your recording and posting of it. That's all I had. I have some nasty static areas somewhere affecting the receiver repeater and the three repeater. Last night for the shoot that I had to switch over to the Menominee, Michigan link to the three repeater, which is the 444-875 with a 141 PL. Yeah, well, I think it's got a lot to do with the weather, but, actually, I started recording that, I think I was 2 minutes late to start because I was busy, I had my hands on a radio, I got a net recording. As a matter of fact, it's still recording. It was recording when I left the house. I had to run over and pick something up from the girl at her work. So it's actually still recording right now. But I got the whole net and then some. And when I get home, I'll be uploading it pretty much immediately when I walk in the door. And since it's 45 minutes long, it'll probably take about 45 minutes or so to upload. So I'll be ready in about an hour. I do appreciate it. I will be able to catch what I missed because of the static here, and FM38 has the absolute tech net that's on their repeater, and I missed part of the net there because I had my Icon 2730 on CDN, and it would stop there since there was a nut going.
This is the K9GB repeater.
What is this TechNet? I've heard about the TechNet before, but that's not one that I've been recording because I guess I didn't have enough information on what repeater it's on and what time and what day. For you, it would be the 442-800, I do believe. FM38, the link system from down there in Milwaukee with a PL of 123.2
whatever it is. Tuesday night, it starts at somewhere between 6 and 6:30. And it goes until they run out of steam. So you're probably trying to record the ARES races at the same time, at the time the second hour of the Absolute TechNet is on.
Yes, sir, that would be correct, but now that I'm getting a little more situated here, I should soon have the ability to do more than one recording at a time. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to get if you want to record that net, you can go to fm38.org, I believe it is, or just plug in FM38 into your favorite search engine, and that should get you the information for the Green Bay repeater that's also connected up to that system.
Right on. Is that the N9 GMT network system?
Yes, it is.
I already know where to find it then. Got her all programmed into my radio already, and I'm pretty sure that I've got that one also saved in my list on my SDR as well, so that should not be an issue at all.
Okie dokie. Alright, well, I'm in the middle of something over here, so I will let you go. I just wanted to find out, since I knew you were out and about, I just wanted to find out if you had set it up to record the ARES races, and I will be looking forward to seeing that come across my screen so that I can listen to it. 7-3, take care, have a good one, stay warm if you can. KD9YJH, W9JE will be clear on your final.
KD9MIL Appleton, back with a beer. Yeah, okay, and warfarin and colchicine and deltiazem.